Well, hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. And my name is Stephen the Jupiterian. I'm a whole sign tropical astrologer and a certified tarot card advisor. And today I will be talking about tomorrow's. Well, tomorrow is the winter solstice. The sun will be entering the sign of Capricorn, and it'll be the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, like in uh, Australia or New Zealand areas down there. It'll be summer. Yes. So, alrighty. So, without further procrastinating anymore, I'm going to pull up the chart for this new moon that's happening on the 30th also. So here we have the full moon, which will be occurring December 30th, 2024. It's Monday in San Francisco, California, where we'll have a Gemini rising. And the new moon is occurring at 9 degrees and 43 minutes, wherever 9 degrees and 43 minutes of Capricorn is in your chart. You will be feeling this energy of bringing something new, something you dreamed of, and this is a time of manifestation. Definitely, because Capricorn is a very go and do it, get it done. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is in Pisces. So wherever Saturn is in your chart, or wherever Saturn in Pisces is in your chart, there'll be a very Saturnian day where it's the longest day. Not, it's the longest night, shortest day of the year. So, yes. And I also I'm going to pull some tarot cards after I show you. I'm going to go back. Wait, whoops. Go ahead. We can go back a few days. The 21st, which is Saturday, the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn at 1 a.m., around 1 something a.m. And yeah, around 1:26 a.m. in San Francisco. It's the West Coast, so it'll be 4 a.m. on the East Coast. Wherever you are, you can figure out your time zone. But I have the time zones between the West Coast and the East Coast of the United States. Everywhere else, it's occurring whatever time it is. So, also, let's show this one chart. We'll have a Libra rising. When the sun moves into Capricorn here, if you're Libra rising, this will be in your 4th house. The moon is in Virgo on the 21st. So, yeah, Mercury is in Sagittarius in your third house. So, okay, Libra, Venus, your ruler is in the fifth house in Aquarius, where Pluto has been just moved into your fifth house of creativity, children, entrepreneurial pursuits, maybe changes. Actually, maybe feeling like doing something with something creative, doing something with an entrepreneurial idea. And Mars is opposed Ceres, Ceres, yes, which is an asteroid of harvest. Mars is opposing that in your 11th house. Our friends, benefactors, social organizations, groups, and other things like that. So this is like groups, friends, could be also an older sibling. Mars is retrograde here. And that could be a problem for you Virgo, Libra, anyway. But yes, we will do the all signs very soon. Yeah, actually, let's. So yeah, the Capricorn, Sun in Capricorn. So let's move this ahead in hours, and we'll start with Capricorn. Since Capricorn, the sun is in your sign today on Saturday, the 21st. So yes, we'll put Capricorn on the rise here. Start with Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, well, you're not in the end or closer to the end. So Capricorn season, happy birthday, Capricorn, sun, moon, rising signs, and stelliums. You have Venus and Pluto and the asteroid of the harvest in your second house of money, your self-esteem, or actually could be even your voice. Maybe your voice is something is different about you. You may be feeling that your voice can bring you some good luck here. Venus in your second house, Capricorn. And then we have Saturn in your third house of neighbors, your local community, things that you're familiar with. Although and this is Circe, which is who is a sorcerer, witch, or something like that. Yeah, actually, between Saturn and Neptune, which can be bringing a spiritual thing, or it could bring something that you're not seeing, some fog into that you're not or like you're not seeing what you're supposed to be seeing in your community, in your local community or your local neighborhood, or something having to do with a neighbor or neighbors, or even siblings. Fourth house. Well, your fourth house been lit up like a Christmas tree all this year with the nodes, with the eclipses and Chiron going through here. So, yeah. And then we have Uranus in your fifth house. Some unexpected, maybe some shock and awe, or something revolutionary in your with your children, or a creative project you've been working on is like something inspirational, revolutionary has come up for you, Capricorn. And then we have Jupiter, which has been in your sixth house for quite some time. And it'll be in your sixth house until I think June of 2025. We'll look into that, but yeah, I think, but your Jupiter in your sixth house is bringing up a lot of work, a lot of health, maybe things with health, dealing with coming up with new health, beneficial health regimen or health things that you're like, this could be a good remedy, um, bringing abundance and joy to your sixth house. And then we have Cancer. Well, Jupiter will be moving into your seventh house soon. Mars in your eighth house, something you've been working on could be like occultism or something that's hidden underneath the surface. Um, let's see. Um, could be Mars is bringing something to an end and or a close that you've been keeping secret. No, we have the moon in the ninth house. Maybe you've been feeling you need to go back to school, or you need to be writing a book, or book you get that book published. Moon in Virgo will get you organized, get you feeling organized, feeling you need to edit this book or this project, or you are rethinking a trip to a foreign country, a foreign land, could be a foreigner, or just, yeah, traveling. And then we move into the 10th house. Your 10th house, we have the south node here. So you've been letting something go in your career. Black Moon Lilith. That's, yeah, interesting there in Libra. Conjunct the midheaven in the 10th house. So something's different about your career, Capricorn. Yeah. Letting go something, maybe letting go of it, and to bring in something new for your career from home and career. Then we have the 11th house of Scorpio, Mars, which is ruled by Mars. Mars rules your fourth house and your 11th house. And it's in your eighth house. So something from your friends and something from home. Mars. So that, yeah, Mars is opposing Pluto. So something intense with money and other people's money too. And it's making it, okay, is Mars, well, if you have any planets, it'll make it trine to your fourth house. If any planets are 4 degrees, it'll make a trine to any of those in your fourth house, and it will square any of these in your 11th house. Because, yeah, Leo squares Scorpio. If you have anything at 4 degrees of Scorpio, Mars is squaring that right now. For you, Capricorn. And you're probably thinking of things behind the scenes, creating creating a plan for something that you have brewing in the background, Capricorn, yes. And it's making an in conjunction. No, it's opposed Jupiter, making an opposition. Well, it's almost, yeah, almost perfected. It's in within an orb of an opposition. But as Mercury moves closer to the teens, teen degrees, it will oppose. So yeah. So Capricorn, you have a lot going on here. Alrighty, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and stelliums. Well, Aquarius, Pluto just has moved into your sign. And you're also ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is in your second house of money, finances, and your could be your voice, your self-esteem too, issues that you could be this could bring some structure, some boundaries that you need to put on your finances. Maybe you're spending too much. Maybe you're not placing enough attention on your self-esteem, your what you need, and communicating what you need and want. The third house, Capricorn, the North Node and Chiron. Okay, yeah. And that's with the ninth and the third. So learning something. Maybe, yeah, this is more like learning and writing things and communicating something healing for you. And then we have the fourth house of Taurus. Well, something unexpected probably has happened. Taurus, Uranus is conjunct your IC. Something with home may have been shocking or surprising or revolutionary for you, or some kind of a shocking thing may have occurred in your home. And it's making a trine to the moon on this day, the 21st of, and the solstice, winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, which I already talked about. Okay, so then we have the Jupiter in your fifth house of creativity, making things more, probably creating things in a wider scale, a bigger scale, and could be dealing with children. You've been having to deal with your children in some way. And then we have the moon ruling your sixth house. So you're feeling something with the moon here. And the moon is in your is transiting your eighth house of other people's money. So maybe so maybe your other people's money are affecting how you're dealing with things work-wise or your job. Health matters. Pets, could be pets too. You may get an emotional support animal. Maybe, yeah. Um, a working dog, maybe. Yeah, someone who will help you. Possible that could be that could, I don't know why they came up to me, but Virgo is like service dog, a service animal may come to you. Yeah, Mars is something, well, something with colleagues, something with partners, your spouse, something maybe um, cutting, severing, or you could be taking initiative. Your partner could be having a good time, getting things, initiating things. Your partner may be initiating things. And Mars rules your third house, your 10th house too. So actually, this could be dealing with neighbors, siblings, and your career. And Mars is making a trine to Mercury, or Mercury trine Mars. Actually, you may be thinking, planning, communicating to friends, benefactors about things that you are want to do with your clients or your marketplace or your audience. Wow, communicating with your audience, definitely. And we have the sun in your 12th house of doing things behind the scenes here. Mars is shedding light on the darkness, things that are hidden from view for you, Aquarius. Wow. So, and Capricorn and Aquarius have the same type of energy. So, um, it's an aversion. So is Saturn is an aversion to you, but you can tap into this energy by through meditation, through working with your finances, and this could be hidden enemies too. So yeah, the sun in Capricorn could shed light on who are those hidden enemies and to you. Ooh, for you, Aquarius. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one, which is Pisces. Pisces, you're not last. Hey, how about you? We're third in line this time. Pisces, well, Saturn's been in your sign for the longest time. Saturn, well, structure, well, is bringing structure, being more disciplined in what you need to do. Sometimes in the Neptune is kind of like, Neptune's been in your sign for a while now. It's almost out of Pisces. On March 30th, Neptune moves into your second house. So, yeah, something you're not seeing, something that you may not be seeing, something that you need to be disciplined about, or taking control over. You're something in you. We have Uranus in your third house, bringing change to your neighborhood. Maybe you move to a new neighborhood, or maybe you move or feel like things are different in your neighborhood. things have been shocking and surprising. Like, wow, my neighborhood has changed so much. And yeah, actually, it's very shocking to see how your neighborhood have changed. The your local community, like the local grocery store or something. But yeah, well, the things you do that are familiar to you in your neighborhood, the local stores or local places you go in your neighborhood. Okay, so Jupiter has been in your fourth house. It's been there for a while. It's bringing abundance to your home. Maybe you're renovating something or redoing something or making bigger things bigger. And although it's retrograde, it may be revising this plan to make an addition to your home, possibly bringing abundance to your home and the foundation, building upon what you built, making it bigger, more stable and abundant. And then we have the fifth house. Well, the moon rules your fifth house, and the moon is in Virgo and your seventh. So something with the fifth in the seventh, maybe your children and your partner, or your creative projects and your partner are working together somehow. Then we have Mars in the sixth house. Mars, the sixth house of work, job, the sixth house of health, or physical routine you need to do for yourself, things that so you can take care of your health. And Mars is here to take the initiative, was here to take the initiative. It's retrograde. They'll go back into Cancer and then back into Leo. This is the longest Mars retrograde ever. And yeah, so something that as I said, the moon is in your seventh house, having to do with your fifth house, things of creativity, your children, possibly, or an entrepreneurial endeavor, hobby that you want to put into place with your spouse, possibly. Who knows? It could be play out that way. And it opposes Saturn. So that could be some kind of disciplining thing that you need to be a project you're working on with someone in the spouse or a or your or clients that you need to put boundaries on. They may feel that they don't need more than you do. So yeah, that could be something. And then we have the eighth house. So this in the eighth house. Eighth, seventh, and second and eighth house. You had a lot of eclipses here this year. It's almost done. The north node and the south node are at 2 degrees. The nodes will move into your Pisces and Virgo axis in January. Yes, it's very soon, very soon in January. Then we have the ninth house. Mars rules your ninth house also. So Mars will be in your sixth, rules your second and your ninth house. So Mars, this work could also have to do with some money and that you want to travel and take travel. Work you need to do to get some, if you want to do something to, maybe you want to publish a book publishing, traveling. I would say traveling more so. Then we have the 10th house, Mercury. Mercury in the 10th, which rules your 7th and your 4th house. So you may be thinking, communicating about things, about money situations. And well, yeah, actually, this could be a money situation and that you want to get into with your home, money, and what you need to plan for 2025. Making a plan for 2025. Yes. Then we have the sun has moved into your 11th house of friends, benefactors, social groups. Also, like, yeah, a lot of groups you're affiliated with or have joined. And all these Venus and Pluto in your 12th is bringing up intense things from your past, probably, or things that have been hidden from view of you. It's Pisces. But you're ruled by Jupiter in the 4th house. I would say you're more in tune. You're probably working on something with building a foundation, building abundance, building something in the home sector, since you're ruled by Jupiter here. Yeah. Okay, moving on to Aries. Oops. Aries. Okay, Aries. Well, Aries, the sun is in your 10th house of your career, your public image, your public persona. You're going to be seen by everyone in the world now that the sun is in your 10th house of your career, public image. You'll be in the spotlight. Yeah. On the top, and yeah, at the zenith of your chart, the sun is there. But you're ruled by Mars. And Mars is in your 5th house of creativity, children. So yeah, I would say that's interesting. That's more like you would be doing or working on a project. Uh, or maybe dealing with children. Your own children, and yeah. Jupiter in the 3rd house, you're probably also dealing with a lot of people this holiday season in your local neighborhood too. Um, so we went, okay, so Uranus is in your 2nd house, which has been bringing in some revolution to your money situation. A new perspective, a new revolutionary idea in an earthy way. Taurus, very abundant and tangible way, which is something quite surprising. Actually, you might be surprised to see some money magic here happening for you, Aries. Wow. Yep. And okay, let's see. We have the moon in your sixth house, so you probably feel like you need to start. Well, actually, for Aries for Aries, I would say it's a good time to make those New Year's resolutions of what you want to do for you. Um, Set a plan in motion with the moon in Virgo. Make the lists and oh god, of what you need to do for the year. Actually, it's a great time to take stock of what you want to do for the year and what you've done last year to help yourself in your health sector, because you had Saturn going through your 12th house all this time. And like, yeah, things have been going on behind the scenes you may not have been aware of. And then we have the 11th house here. Something new, intense is happening with the group you are in, and it's very abundant. Jupiter with Venus in Aquarius. It's very otherworldly and unusual. Something you've been learning about. Maybe they were learning about astrology. You could be learning about something um, quite unique and or quirky. Mercury is sort of like that, thinking about maybe traveling, or could be even maybe you're feeling like, or plan or communicating about something, a book, maybe publishing a book. You could be talking about that, but also it could be a plan of or communicating about maybe you want to travel to a long distance soon, not right now, but soon. You're communicating about it and maybe learning a new language or learning a about new culture. Hmm. All right, moving on to our Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Stelliums. Well, Taurus, the Sun has moved into your ninth house of God, of religion, philosophy. Oh, Aries, yes. That could also be like, you could also be talking about religion, philosophy with Mercury here. But for Taurus, Mercury is in your eighth house of chunky money or big money or like other people's money. Credit card debt, maybe. Maybe you're planning on communicating about credit card debt or taking care of some kind of money situation here. And it does oppose Jupiter, so it has to do with finances and other people's money. Yeah. Mm, let's see. Oh, that's the galactic center here, which is just a portal or a channel to the galactic center. If you have any planets there on the galactic center, you're probably able to see other worlds or get downloads from other worlds. And like, yeah, other channels. Let's see. Let's move on to we did the sun. That's This is Pallas Athena, the goddess of a warrior goddess. So probably um, long distance travel or thinking about new philosophies. This is new. So yeah, this is and when on the 30th, when you have the new moon, this will be new philosophy, new thinking of new religions, uh, dealing with other cultures, other religious beliefs. Hold on, I need to pause this. Hold on. All righty. Well, someone was at the door. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Well, okay, on back to Taurus. All right, I think we went over Jupiter and Mercury about opposition. Yes, okay. And then we went into Mars in the fourth. So um, Mars in the fourth. Okay. Mars in the fourth. It's having something to do with the home or something with your mother. Taurus. Yeah. The moon is in your fifth house of creativity, children. That could be too, because the moon rules your fourth house, and it's in the house of children and creativity. So something emotionally big is happening here, especially Virgo in your fifth house. Yeah, Virgo on the fifth house, and the moon is here. Yeah. Possibly for a short time, you're feeling mother energy toward your children, or toward a creative project you've been cultivating and working on. It's your child, a project you're working on. Hey, wow, awesome, Taurus. And let's see, moving on up to the next planet, which is Mercury in your eighth house of the eighth house of death and rebirth. Although, actually it's very like communicating at a very deep level, but it's in Sagittarius, so it's very bubbly, outgoing, and maybe you're communicating something that's very unusual, deep, and communicating about something very deep and meaningful to you. That you keep secret. Okay. Then we have the sun in your ninth house, which I shared with you. The sun in the ninth is travel, long distance travel to far away places, to places where that are far away from you. Yes, other cultural beliefs or philosophies, religions are putting a spotlight here, which is interesting. Capricorn, ninth house. Then we moving on to the 10th house. You're probably feeling more abundant, more wow, Venus in your 10th house is bringing you some money luck, probably, or benefits of love, that you love your career now. You're enjoying your career. You're doing something for the greater good here. Pluto is bringing something intense also into your career, some change, some intense change, something that is beneficial to you. Isn't just going to destroy something, but it rebuilds also. He rebuilds also. Something new is coming to you in your career, Taurus. And then we have Saturn in your 11th and Neptune in your 11th, which have been here for a while. Saturn has been in your 11th house, friends, benefactors, social groups, social activities, could be even protest groups. You know, Saturn brings boundaries to those groups that you no longer want to be a part of, or they'll put boundaries on you. There's something different here with friends and groups you're affiliated with, and something you may not be seeing too. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gemini. Oops. Gemini. Jupiter has been in your sign for a long time, bringing abundance, bringing good things. He's the fairy godfather of the zodiac, of all the planets, bringing good things. He's retrograde, still bringing good things. Probably redoing some things. The moon rules your second house of money, finance. So you may be feeling some money situation. It needs to be re-looked at, or looked at on the fine, read the fine print. And yeah, when you're buying something, especially when you're buying something, if you're buying something, or purchasing something, yeah, read the fine print. The moon in the 4th house it rules your second. So maybe you want to buy something for your home. Make sure you read the fine print before you do it. Look at the warranty on that. Also, yeah, because the moon opposes Saturn also here. Yeah. Read the fine print, Gemini, if you're buying something for your home. And let's see, the next planet going on to the 5th house, which is all the 5th house is ruled by Venus, which is in the 9th. Okay, so something with the 5th and the 9th could be going on for you. Because Venus is in the 9th house. Venus also rules your 12th house. Yep. Then we go into Scorpio, the house of Scorpio. It's ruled by Mars. When Mars is in the 3rd house, and it also rules your 11th house. So something with those themes are going on right now because Mars is opposed Pluto. So something with the 5th and the 11th, 5th of creativity and children, and having to do with something with the group, social groups or friends that need to be negotiated on with and for and on. Yes. Okay. Also, Mercury is in your 7th house, Gemini, and it's in a mutual reception between Jupiter with Jupiter. Jupiter is in Mercury's sign, and Mercury is in Jupiter's sign. Jupiter is in Mercury's sign, Mercury is in Jupiter's sign. Yes, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Mercury rules Gemini. Well, something going on here, and it has to do with something with your 4th house. Or no, sorry. Your 1st house. Mercury also rules your 1st house, sorry. And Jupiter is in your 1st house. So something with you, your persona, your personality, and yeah, there people and your significant others are probably giving you a hard time, probably, possibly, but you have to see what's going on in your 4th house of home. So yeah, and your mother is here. The moon, your mom. Yeah, the moon is here. So yeah, actually there's something going on between the Jupiter, Mercury, and especially on the 21st, well, also the 20th, because the moon it has moved into Virgo on the 20th. And on the 21st, it'll be making opposition to Saturn with something with your home and your mother, and Saturn, your career and your father. Interesting, Gemini. All right, moving on to Cancer. We're almost done. We're halfway there. Cancer. Well, the sun is in your 7th house. The moon rules you, and that's in your 3rd house of siblings, short distance travel, education, communicating with you, teaching, communicating, learning. Maybe you're putting cancer. Well, yeah. Actually, this could be a short thing for like a 2.5 days. You'll probably be thinking about learning something new, learning, teaching, communicating in a very structured and, oh yeah, definitely structured. And it could be even when when the moon opposes Neptune, it could be something that's like that you were like, oh, I didn't see that point of view. Or I was like, or you may have missed some detail. But when it poses Saturn, it's like, okay, need to get some discipline here, need to put some things into perspective, when it hits Neptune, it's like, okay, I didn't see that perspective before. And spiritual thing could be also spiritual awakening. Okay, and then we're moving on up to Mercury in your sixth house. Well, Virgo rules your, so Mercury rules your third house. Mars rules your fourth, the fifth house of fun, creativity, children, creative projects, hobbies, and all these those other things, entrepreneurial pursuits that could be starting off as a hobby, and then you can become a career, possibly, if yeah, it's in the chart. But actually, let's see. And then we have Mercury, which is in your sixth house. Could be thinking of talking about a something that you want to deal with your health, how to deal with a health issue. And it's opposing Jupiter in your 12th house. So, yes, the sun is illuminating something with your partner, a business, it could be a spouse, a business partner, even clients, yep. And something that's very wise here too with your seventh house. Now moving on to the eighth house. Something, well, Venus making and Pluto here in your eighth house of other people's money. You may be something you desired to buy and want and need is opposing Pluto. And this Venus is bringing beneficial things to others. Paying off credit card debt. They're paying off those credit card debts that you've spent all that money on for the holidays. And how you're going to pay for them will be very, very, very beneficial for you. We went over the ninth house with the third. And then we have the 10th house, ruled by Mars, or Mars is ruled by, so yeah, your career, something in your career, well, yeah, your career, your public persona is also attached to this financial conundrum you got yourself into with Mars here. Spending too much or not enough, or yeah, if mostly if you're spending too much, you need to figure out how to pay this credit card debt and pay off those bills. It's difficult, yeah. I mean, yeah, things are expensive nowadays. But yeah, you'll be able to heal that. And then something surprising and revolutionary may happen with you in friends, in groups, gatherings. Um, this could be even like um, gatherings at your at your business too. Yeah, business gatherings or like holiday business party. Those holiday parties in the office. Yeah. Mm. And I showed you something between the 6th and the 12th. Okay, we're moving on to Leo. Oh, yeah, that was for Cancer, right? Yes, I did Cancer. Yes, Cancer. Okay, yeah. Next, Leo, yeah. Leo, sorry, Leo rising. Okay, Leo. Well, Mars is in your sign. Mars is bringing some initiative into your personality. It's also Pluto is opposing this. So Pluto, if Leo is your rising sign, Pluto is opposing you, bringing some intensity and actually maybe some interesting desire and love your way. So yeah, and then we have the moon in Virgo in the second house. Maybe well, you're very organized in your with your money and how you feel about your money, how you're feeling about the spending of your finances is very important for you. Yes. And we have Venus rules your third, Mars rules your fourth. In your Mars is in your first house, and Mars also rules your ninth. Right. Okay. So something with the fourth and the ninth house in the first house could be dealing with something you spent money spend or your time with at home, or something with foreigners or foreign travel, something, or your philosophy, changing your philosophy of life in life with Mars in your first house. That could be. And Venus in the third, well, something having to do with the third house and the 10th house in your ninth, and Venus in your ninth could be something too there. I Am I sharing the chart? Oh, am I just not sharing the chart? Okay, there you go. I'm so sorry. I've been talking about these and the chart hasn't been showing up. But, yeah, here we are, Leo. Ay. And then we'll go back and his Cancer and all those. Gemini. Okay, so, all right. I know I went on to Taurus and I showed you Taurus. So, okay, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Okay. I think I did everything for Leo. Did I? No. All right, no, I didn't. The sun is in your sixth house of health, taking care of your job, the job you need to do for you. No one else cares about doing but you, those chores that you need to take care of for yourself. And the sun rules your first house. So maybe you're dealing with some health issues that you need to focus on at this time of this Capricorn season. And it'll bring you some wisdom too in what you need to do for keeping those things that you need to do, those sixth house things, your pet, maybe a pet can come your way. Saturn is in the eighth house, an unexpected thing. Or could be death of a pet. No, that couldn't be. That wouldn't be. Possible, it's possible. But the sun is in your sixth house of work. The 10th house is your career. The second house is money. how you make money from your career and your work. So things you do for your health. The sixth house also. Now we got a packed seventh house here. I think I spoke about that for you, Leo. Saturn is in your eighth house of others' money, or as Lori Lothian says, chunky money. Probably need to do something to focus on more discipline with your credit card debts. Something you're not seeing in your credit card debts. You may have a surprise a surprise bill coming your way. Leo, oh God, I hope not. But yeah, that could be an unexpected something that you haven't seen, haven't been focusing on in your eighth house of debt, of money debt. Something with money, an investment that you have not seen, have you not been paying attention to or keeping track of? Mars rules your in ninth house. It's in the first. You may feel that you need to go somewhere, travel, or change your view of religion, philosophy, change your philosophy on life and what God about all about God. This is the ninth house is the house of God. What does God mean to you? What does your life mean to you? Mars is in your first house. So yeah, Mars is ruling it rules your ninth and it rules your fourth. What about your home? Mars, if you have planets here, they're making squares. Well, Mars is trining your ninth house and it's square your fourth house. All right, let's see. Let's move on. So Taurus is Venus, ruled by Venus, the 10th house. Venus in the ninth. Actually, this could be something with your spouse or your significant other or a business partner with your career. Interesting. Something unusual, something quirky, something very Saturnian. You're an Aquarian. Otherworldly, something something that's really unique is happening between your seventh and the 10th house, and also your third house of home, of your siblings or your things that are familiar, very familiar to you, like your neighbors. And let's see, let's move on to the 11th house of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is in your fifth house of children, fun, creativity, casual relationships, the house of sex. Fifth house is the house of sex. And the 11th house is your friends, the house of friends, benefactors, and organizations you're affiliated with or have joined. And the moon rules your 12th house, Leo. So you hold all these emotions behind the scenes. And those emotions are felt in your money house. So, and your finances. So maybe you start feeling something that you need to, between the moon and when it's opposed Saturn and Neptune, something between your money and other people's money is going on, and you're feeling it. You're probably having some sleepless nights over some money issue for you, Leo. Okay, so that's all I have for Leo. On to Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, rising sign, and especially and stelliums. Oh, but this is for anyone who's a Virgo rising. Virgo, well, the moon is in your sign, so you're probably feeling motherly, feeling very like everything needs to be in place, everything needs to be in order for this holiday season. And yes, uh, making those lists, checking them twice. Yes, okay. All right, I'm enough of that. So then we have Venus rules your second house. Mercury rules your first house. And Mercury is in your fourth house. So yeah, actually, you're probably thinking of making those lists for of the things you need to take care of at home, the decorations, everything you need to do to make it look nice in so the public doesn't say, "Oh my God, what the heck did you do to your house?" Yeah. Yeah, being very nitpicky on yourself, Virgo. Sometimes you can be, I guess. Sometimes you can be. Or maybe your mother is going to be nitpicking on what you've done for the holidays. If you are hosting the holidays this year, Virgo. Good Lord. Praying for you, Virgo. Yeah. And so yeah, Virgo, this has been a very crazy topsy-turvy thing because Mercury is in a mutual reception with Jupiter, and this is your fourth and 10th house axis. And yeah, Mercury rules your first house, Mercury rules your 10th house. Jupiter, on the other hand, rules your seventh house and your fourth house. Yes. So, yeah. Oh, yes. So that's definitely what I've been talking about. You've been worrying about things going on in the home with relationships with others and what everything looks like on the surface. Yeah. Making sure everything is in order. It's not going to be. If it is, I'm happy that you just found out how to do that. Give me tips, please. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. I'm Pisces. Yes. So if you have any tips, yeah. I'd love to hear. Okay, so then we have the sun and this asteroid of wisdom and your fifth house of creativity and children. Now you'll probably be focusing more on your children and creative. That's good for you, Virgo. You'll probably be creating something beautiful in your home to make it look nice and creating something with your or maybe a project that you'll be displaying that may be something that someone may say, okay, yeah, what is the world? But you know what, this creative, enjoy, be that spontaneous person this time of year. Don't hide your light because the sun rules your 12th house. Don't hide the light. Show it. Show your creative side. Enjoy your time. If you have children, enjoy your time. If you want to get pregnant, hey, it's a great time of the month to get time of the year to get pregnant. For this, yeah, a very fertile time for you, Virgo. Oh boy, I would say. With Venus in your sixth house, and Pluto here in your sixth house, something different is occurring. Something very quirky, something very Aquarian, something very otherworldly. So something different, something is changing in the way you do things for um your health routines and how you take care of yourself. You're probably looking up some unusual new recipes for yourself to make you feel better, or coming up with new remedies for something. Interesting. I like that. Coming up with new remedy for to make yourself feel better, make yourself feel desired, and yeah, and love, and something you love doing. Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Maybe a new beauty regimen too that's unusual. Who knows? Could be something new. Yep. Well, and then Saturn, we have Saturn in the seventh, and Uranus and Neptune, Saturn and Neptune. Something I see, and something very structured, something very compassionate is happening to you with your partners. So yes, this is good. I always see this as a good thing. This could be a spiritual partner coming to you, a spiritual spouse. Your spouse may become more spiritual in nature, maybe. Or you're maybe not seeing your spouse in a different, or your spouse isn't seeing you in a different, it's seeing you in a different way. Or you're not seeing your partner in a different way. Either way, so could possibly be that way. So Mars rules your eighth house of death, eighth house of money, the eighth house of debt, other people's my credit card debt, yeah, death, rebirth. So something deep you're feeling here. That's very healing. And it's going, you can actually use Mars while this is in the 12th house, which is probably things are coming to you while you're asleep, or when you're not even thinking about something, thing like bursts of energy, like ideas initiated that you initiate coming to you from deep down in from the 8th into the 12th. And also your third house of siblings, neighbors, your neighborhood, something in your neighborhood may be bringing up something too that's bothering you and coming to you behind the scenes. So yeah. And that are like when you're asleep, repressed things too, possibly that you're holding in that need to be released and let go of. Mars is a retrograde, so in Leo. So yeah, okay. Then we move on to your ninth house, which is ruled by Venus, and that's in your sixth house. Venus rules your ninth, and Venus rules your second house. So money and travel, foreign travel, book publishing, God, your a newfound desire to learn something and earn something through the sixth house here. Ooh, nice. All right, Virgo. Gemini is your 10th, on your 10th, ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in your fourth house, and it opposes Jupiter in your 10th. So, yeah. And it's been opposing and in mutual reception. So something with the fourth and 10th house here of career and home, or mother and father, is occurring here with the moon and Saturn and Mercury, and Neptune. And they are also, if you have planets in Virgo in these degrees where Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune are, they are also square. And yeah. So that's quite a tough thing to do for a Virgo. Although, yeah, and then, as I said, yeah, the moon rules your 11th house of friends. You may be feeling you won't need to be around friends who are quite nurturing and groups that have your back, people who you feel close to. You will need to be close to those in your groups. So, okay, that's all for now for Virgo, Libra. Okay, Libra. Well, Libra, you're ruled by Venus, which is in your fifth house of fun, creativity, children. Wow, you're probably creating something unusually fun and creative here. Something that's intense, to creating something intense for your children, or if you have children, Libra, or something creative, something intense that you're honing your skills, possibly your creative skills. That could be too. Libra, honing skills. You love to learn new things. I do know that because you have this third and ninth house axis of a Sagittarius and Gemini in the learning and skill-based axis here. Your learning, Mars rules your second house, and that's in your 11th house. You may be talking more with friends and benefactors, people who are very, could be also cutting and severing some from groups and organizations or clubs that you're joined in, or like associations, changing of the guard here. Yeah, changing something and cutting and severing something in your 11th house of friends, benefactors, yeah, social groups that were involved in, that are being, yeah, something new is coming your way, Libra. And you're feeling it. Yeah, actually, you might not be feeling it. It may actually, yeah, you may have feelings that are coming up for you at night that you need to deal with. Um, is that all I have for Virgo? Libra? Libra. Saturn is in your sixth house of work. So you're being very structured and responsible at work, and you need to take care of yourself, deal with things. Uh, need to learn some boundaries for your learning new ways of dealing with things. Yeah, this is the 6th and 12th house axis. So yeah, learning to deal with things you need to deal with for yourself. You need to do yourself for yourself. You need a new daily routine. You need something to bring you more responsibility in your what you need to do for your health. You need to take care of your you need to take care of your things that are good for your health. And yeah, working on issues of self-esteem. Mars rules your second house. So something with money here also. I'm not seeing much with that, but Uranus in this 8th house is a shocking or revolutionary thing that's happening with other people's money and debt. Something revolutionary, something shocking can happen with money that you owe or that is owed to you, or maybe you're getting some money from an inheritance and unexpected inheritance, possibly. You're like, okay, that's surprising and didn't know that. Okay. But Jupiter in your 9th house. Jupiter, you could be thinking of what does God have in store for me? Jupiter bringing abundance to the 9th house, maybe foreign travel. Could be well, a new philosophy, bring an abundance to a new philosophy of life for you. And teaching and learning. Mercury in the 3rd house. Communicating something philosophical, and could be as you're teaching that you're learning something new about life, about God, about religion, a new found religion, or new philosophy of how you want to live your life. Teaching about those things also perfect for Libra. Alrighty, next Scorpio, and one more after that. After Scorpio, we're on the last one, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, yes. Well, with Sagittarius, you had your season. Sagittarius, so, okay. Scorpio, Mars rules your sign. Mars is in the 10th house, in your 10th house of Leo. So, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, rising, and stellium, especially rising. Mars rules your 10th house. No, I'm sorry. Mars is in your 10th house. Mars rules your you. And Mars also rules your 6th house. So Mars is about you. Well, you're going to be seeing Mars, Scorpio, but you also need to take care of yourself. Sorry, you also need to take care of your health, Scorpio. Something healing here for you, Scorpio. Yeah, and there's also something that you're possibly having to do with your career or your public persona that needs to change, or so cutting and severing something about your public personality, how people see you outside in the world needs to, maybe you're changing something that no longer working for you, cutting and severing something, taking action in your career in a new way with this sun in your 3rd house of neighborhood. People are seeing you in your neighborhood too. You're being exposed in your neighborhood, possibly even siblings. So then we have and Jupiter rules your 2nd house, and it's in your 8th. And Jupiter also rules your 5th house of creativity, children. So you may be having some disciplinary problems and or putting structures in a project, on a project you're working on, or with your children. You probably are very disciplinarian with Saturn here in your 5th house. And Neptune has been in here for a while, so bringing some fogginess, possibly also to a creative project, or even spiritual creativity, something spiritual to your creative endeavor here. And Pluto and Venus and the asteroid of Harvest in your 4th house could be bringing something beautiful, unusual, and quirky into your home, and something having to do with, yeah, your Mars and Pluto opposes Mars. So this could be something very intense happening with you in your home and your public persona. Something intense is occurring. Oh, yes, something intense is occurring for you, Scorpio rising. Oh, I don't know what, but it's going to be intense. It's going to be active and absolutely going to change a lot of things in your career and your home. But in Venus here is bringing very beneficial energy here in a very Aquarian way of unusual, but you are used to unusual. You have your Aquarius in the 4th house, so it's very Saturnian. It's very otherworldly. It's you see your home as maybe like you're from another planet, maybe. Who knows? Scorpio, yeah, your home is very Saturnian and structured, and you may have seen like a lot of things that, yeah, are odd. All right, moving on to the final one, Sagittarius. Yes, so had your time. Sagittarius, Mercury is in your first house, so you're probably communicating a lot. And yes, I'm one of you, and I'm a Sagittarius rising with Sagittarius moon. So yes. So Sagittarius, you're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's been in your seventh house of your spouse, your significant other, your business partners, your clients. You've been very close to them, feeling their emotion, communicating about their wants, needs, and desires. Venus is in your third house, and Pluto moving through your third house of siblings, neighborhoods. They probably feel like they're your neighbor. You probably feel like they are neighbors to you, and you're bringing them much joy, and the sun is moving into your second house of money, your second house of self-worth, which is putting a spotlight on this house, the second and the third house, very Saturnian houses, and wise, bringing wisdom to how you're feeling about yourself, self-worth, self-esteem. It's definitely abundant, bringing abundance to others. Because Jupiter is your ruler and it's in your seventh house. Jupiter also rules your fourth house. So you probably feel at home with your spouse. You feel at home with your clients and making them feel like they are part of your family. Making them feel at home, comforting them in their need, bringing compassion, and yet setting boundaries, making sure that their boundaries are met, and your boundaries are met, Sagittarius. How fun is that? How cool is that? And you have this fifth house. Mars rules your fifth house, and Mars is in your ninth. So you're bringing some philosophical ideas and religion, and also higher learning. Some things you've learned from the high, probably be teaching to this, yeah. So you're teaching what you love to a higher cause, a higher cause. Well, that's 11th house causes, but ninth house is higher religious calling, a higher, but the philosophical call. So yeah, actually, and then we have the moon rules your eighth house. So that could bring up some deep emotional things that are deep inside of you. The moon ruling your Venus rules your okay, no, okay, Mars rules the fifth, Venus rules the sixth, Mercury rules your seventh house, and that's in your first house. So you're probably communicating with your other significant others, your clientele from in your marketplace, your YouTube channel, hello. Right, communicating about your YouTube channel and teaching them new things from your third house of Aquarian type manner. Maybe occult studies, yes. Could be astrology, tarot, teaching, learning, communicating, things you desire, things you love, more intense ways with Pluto in your third house. And then we have the moon rules your eighth house of other people's money, of debt. So, yeah, when the moon rules your eighth house, yeah, depending on where your moon is in your chart, could depend on what deep down emotional things are going on for you. And then we have the sun ruling your ninth house of God, higher religion, higher purpose, philosophy, your philosophy on life. And we have Mars here, something different, something changing, something is cutting and severing, something in this ninth house, something's bringing something new, exciting and new, bringing initiative to your philosophy on life. And it's coming from Pluto, and it's intense. What you're teaching and learning is intense to your ninth house of higher learning. Maybe book publish. You'll probably be publishing a book soon too, Sagittarius. Oh, yeah. All right. And then we have the 10th house, Mercury. Mercury rules your 10th house. That's in your first house. So something you're communicating about your career, your public persona, you're being seen out there in the world. And Mercury also rules your 7th house. So something having to do with your 7th house idea things and your 10th house. So Mercury rules your 10th house too. So it's a good thing to try to do something for your career, communicate things that you're doing for your career. So yes, actually, after this video, I have some announcements that I've been keeping up to date with. Yes, so the moon is here in your 10th house. So you're probably feeling emotional in your 10th house. Maybe you're feeling like you need to put more emphasis on organizing yourself so you can be more efficient in what you want to accomplish in your career and public persona. And then we have Venus ruling your 11th house. And Venus also rules your 6th house. And Venus right now is in the 3rd. So something having to do with your 6th house of health, pets, work, your job, the job you do on a daily basis for yourself and your friends, benefactors. Venus rules that in your 3rd house of siblings, neighbors, possibly being more compassionate to others. and yourself. Be compassionate to yourself and your friends and benefactors and people in your social groups. And that's what's great about Sagittarius. They are very open to a lot of different groups. They you have Mercury, yeah, Aquarius in the in your third house of, and Aquarius is a lot of different types of people in your neighborhood that you get to know. And you'll be dealing with some money issues. Not too bad. You'll actually put some wisdom there where, okay, how can I balance the budget that I have? And did I do well with my spending this year? And what's next year going to look like? It's a good time for Sagittarius to take stock of the things they are needing to feel adequate, feel they are worthy of something. Besides, you're very compassionate. You're very Sagittarius. You're able to see other people's situations, and yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is a great time for Sagittarius to be generous, and you are a generous sign, Sagittarius. All right, so that's about all I have for you. That was from Capricorn to Sagittarius. All right, I'm going to stop my share, and now I have some announcements to make. Actually, yes. It is the new season, so we're starting a new season. I still have I'm booked until January. But you can still book a reading and get this discount if you book now. And for after January 6th, this sale ends. All my readings, astrology, tarot, are at a great discounted price. You can just email me at stevenschatz@gmail.com. That's Stephen, Stephen, SCHATZ @gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everybody. This is Stephen the Jupiterian signing out and wishing you the best. As always, this generous soul appreciates every single one of you who have become a subscriber to my channel, and wishing you the best this holiday season. And I'll see you in the next one, which, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm going to be doing another video before the new year, so we can see what's going on January. Yeah, so January's almost here. Yes, can you believe it? 2025 will be here soon. So yes, actually with that, I'm going to say goodbye and have a good one.